Okay. Okay, why hello there guys, it is Salvation Productions here bringing you guys another live stream. So, now this was actually a requested live stream, and this was not actually an expected one, but Extreme was asking me to do one tonight, so I'm just going to be doing a live stream tonight. So yeah, Sunday evening stream, let's hang out. So, I did, one thing I want to mention before I actually start is I turned on the slow mode, so if you guys don't know, I don't know if you guys saw it, it's actually on. So send a message every 10 seconds, and there's going to be a reason, I have the slow mode on, and it's because, so I can see your messages a little bit slower, so I don't miss your messages in case if I don't read them. So earlier I uploaded 2 videos, which are doing more live streams, doing one this Saturday, and no new videos this week. And I was active on Instagram earlier, so you see I did post stuff earlier today as well. So far there's nobody here besides Extreme. I saw Extreme in the chat, and so yesterday stream was kind of off a little bit. Yesterday's stream was a kind of a 5-year anniversary of the day that I started YouTube, and 5 years ago that day I started YouTube, and if you don't know, I started doing videos in 2017, so it's nothing really going to be fancy, it's just going to be just chatting with people and stuff like that. So far, Extreme is not here. He was here just moments ago before I even started the live stream, so I do expect him to show up later on. So yeah, yesterday I kind of showed off all my videos throughout the years and stuff like that. So, yep, okay, hi. Hey, welcome back, streams. So, yeah, I don't know if you noticed I turned on the slow mode. You send a message every 10 seconds. So, I know on the chat in the studio it's kind of a little bit slow, but on the replay it's a little bit faster. So, yeah, so yesterday stream I kind of showed off my videos from over the years. And I don't know if you can hear my clicking noises. I'm using a mice for this stream, just because my touchpad's kind of awful. So, I'm not saying it's bad, it's just kind of dirty and I need to clean it, so. And yeah, my computer is starting to lag a little bit, so yeah. If you don't know what slow mode is, it means you have to send a message. By default, you have to send it every 10, or not 10 minutes, every 1 minute, every 60 seconds. Refresh so I can see my chats faster. Okay, I'm probably not going to do it in this stream. I keep saying this every stream, so for some reason, you know, in the YouTube Studio app, it's a little bit slower. So in the replay, however, it shows my chats a lot faster. So my apologies for that if you wanted me to do that. So I know a lot of my streams, and some of my past streams, I should say, I kind of did refresh. So yeah, what can you do? So yeah, there's all my videos from a few years ago. So hey, Adam's Retail World, welcome to the live stream. So Extreme told me to do the live stream tonight because he's really bored. So I know I saw your comment from earlier at Adam's Retail World too. I didn't have my phone on at the time because I was charging it, so. Hi, I have to go back to school tomorrow. Yeah, I know, same here. And speaking of school, I have parent-teacher conferences tomorrow too. And we are doing it by phone this year because of the, you know, the whole virus thing, so, Dalmatian Walmart is going out of business. Joking. I wish it was real. Closing all 1,000 stores for good. Yeah, I wish Walmart was gone. You know, Walmart really did kill this. A lot of companies, including Kmart and Sears, and you know, at least Sears Mexico is doing well, and Aussie Kmart's are doing well. I got a perfect round on GeoGuessr. Oh, that's nice. And I'm not gonna try to make this stream boring. Right now I'm just kind of chatting with people, and then I'm gonna look up some things on the internet. So, and I actually forgot to show you guys in yesterday's stream of how to get verified if you want to upload longer videos and do live streams. So I might do that later in the stream, depending how long I want this live stream to be. So, and normally, like most of my live streams are usually an hour. I usually don't make live streams this short. So yeah, I did turn on the slow mode, so yeah, I'll show you Sears Mexico here. Yeah, they're not going anywhere anytime soon because they're owned by somebody else, and that's why they still have the old logo from like 2004, because someone else owns them. So my Walmart killed Caldor, my dad's childhood retail. He's from Boston, Massachusetts. Ames was his childhood too, and Bradless Walmart killed those 3 retailers too, not just Walmart. Yeah, I think for the most part, for Kmart and Sears, I think, you know, Eddie and Chuck, for the most part, did kill Kmart, but yeah, like Kmart Australia. I'm trying to multitask because I'm playing Roblox also. Or yeah, like Kmart Australia. Yeah, Kmart Australia. Those Kmarts in Australia, they're not going anywhere anytime soon because they're owned. Yeah, that's right, because they're owned by somebody else too. And there used to be some in Canada, but those went out of business years ago. So yeah, that's right. Yeah, West Farmers are owned by West Farmers. They're not going anywhere anytime soon. Yeah, I mean Kmart, not Walmart. Yeah. My Kmart's been closed for 7 months now, and I'm still upset to this very day, so. It's kind of sad to see how many Kmart's are left, and Sears and stuff like that, so. Alright, thanks Extreme for liking my post. I do appreciate that. And yeah, yesterday I kind of had an interruption because I had to plug in my phone, so my Kmart closed in early 2018. My Kmart closed in July of 2020, and it got announced in May of 2020 to close by July of 2020, and I remembered that. And I didn't even realize that until June, when I realized that it was closing, so. And I actually went there on, I think it was June 4th. Can't remember anymore. I think it was June 4th that I went there when they started liquidation sales. Also, there's an abandoned Ames. My buddy that does videos in New York, the one Ames that abandoned in Hazleton Township, PA, lasted less than 2 years, like less than 1.5 years. Opened 1999, closed in 2000. Oh, oofda, yeah. When Ames was closing more stores. Yeah, thanks Extreme for liking that. Yeah, when Ames was closing more stores before they went out in 2002. Yeah, it's crazy. They've been out of business for nearly 20 years. Next year in 2022, it's going to be the anniversary of 20 years later after closing. Also, my dad's childhood retailer was also service merchandise. He had that too in his city. Oh yeah, I suppose. I don't know if you guys know, but I have a mice plugged into my computer now because the touchpad is really super dirty, and I gotta clean it again. There used to be an abandoned Ames near me, but they tore it down in 2010. Yeah, that was like 11 years ago at this point when I'm doing this live stream. So, What can you do? Hold on, I'm just checking my Instagram here. Yeah, I just lost another sub again. So I used to be at 340 and now I lost another sub again. Which is, I'm now down to 339 subscribers. If you guys didn't know. Yep, so like I said, these are my videos. So yesterday's stream, I kind of looked back at some of my older videos, throughout the years. And so we're gonna go ahead and do, let's see, sort by, let's see, newest. Yeah, you can see, yep, I uploaded 2 new videos today, so thanks for 3 likes already, people. I do appreciate that. So we're gonna go ahead. Hold on, I'm gonna. Sears near me closed in 2016. Oh yeah, I suppose. Yeah, my Sears closed in 2017, but I've heard it's becoming a Shields in 2022. If you don't know what Shields is a sports department store in my area, which if you don't know, they are moving into the former Sears anchor in my mall. So, and yeah, I remembered when my Sears was closing too. I remember when it was in liquidation sales, and I remember when I was panicking and I was told my mom saying, I was like, why are they closing, Mom? Why are they closing? And at that point, I was really freaking out, and I didn't understand why they were closing. So, also my dad missed grants to a few of his grants and college. He had became Kmart closed during the 2002 or 2003 bankruptcy, or closed later on. Oh, yeah, I suppose. Like I said, I do have the slow mode on, so you guys can, I'm probably going to have this on for some of my future live streams. And speaking of live streams, I have scheduled more live streams. I don't know if you guys saw that in my upcoming streams. So I wanted to show you guys something here. So these are the stores that closed. I think I showed you guys this a long time ago, a few streams ago. These were the stores that were closing. This was a closing list from 1994. Now, my Sears is now divided. Hold on, I'm trying to clear something out. My Sears is now divided between Kohl's and Hobby Lobby. Yeah. Yeah, it's interesting how some Kmarts and Sears are kind of divided. I know Sears, when they started in downtown areas, and then they moved to malls, and I think I've been told that there's going to be like 46 or 30 Sears left, full line. I know there's a lot of hometown stores still lying around in the country, so. Yep, so yeah. These are all the stores that were part of the 94 closures here. Yep, Minot, North Dakota was part of it. This was the North Broadway one. This was not the South Side one. My Sears got lucky to make it to 2019. It closed on December 14, 2019. Last year is in West PA, and there was 2 Kmarts in West PA. The last to close same day. Oh. I swear to God, if you say Calder again. Yeah, I keep forgetting to mention, he's telling us a story at Eric's stream. He's telling Blake something now. Last time I was in a Sears was 2019. The last time I was in a Sears was when mine was closed, and that was like the last time I was in a Sears. And then I went in there again. I went to my former Sears in my mall for the third time after it closed 4 years, nearly 4 years. So here, I'll look up Caldor here. This is like the last time I'm going to mention Caldor. I think, yeah, I suppose. Yeah, it was a discount department store chain founded in 1951 by husband and wife Carl and Dorothy Bennett, referred to by many as the Bloomingdale's of discounting. Caldor grew up from a second-story walk-up in save operation in Port Chester, New York into a regional retail giant. Okay, I'm just checking live chat because I know. Yeah, they were on the New York Stock Exchange. Yeah, they went out of business a long time ago. 1999. That's the year my sister was born. Find this weird. Most of these companies went out of business a long time ago. And I'll show you guys the Farmore here. Yep, Farmore was a United States chain of discount drugstores based in Youngstown, Ohio, and founded by Michael Mickey Monas, the same asshole that put this company out of business, David Shapa in 1982. Some of its stores used the name Farmhouse and RX Place. Purchased in the mid-1990s from the F.W. Woolworth Company. Low prices were advertised to bring in a large volume of sales. The slogan "Farmore powers buying gives you far more buying power, and far more for less." Another common slogan in their TV commercials was "Power buying save at Farmore." In 1992, when the company had grown to over 300 stores and 25,000 employees, Monas and his CFO, Patrick Finn, this is the other guy, were accused of embezzlement. The corridor near me was in Aviation Mall. Willow Street, PA was my latest series. It's still open for now. It's a mall series. I'm surprised that one. I forgot Willow Street. I forgot the Sears. And is there one in Willow Street? I don't think there is. I'm not sure. Hey Jeremy, welcome to the stream. Yep, they have illegally hidden losses and moved about $10 million from Farmore to the World Basketball League that Monas had founded. Based on deceptive data inventory, Farmore borrowed millions to finance its unusual rapid growth. And actually, the infusion of cash was necessary to pay up suppliers. As a result, Farmore had to file for bankruptcy protection, close 55 stores, and lay off 5,000 employees. Finn testified against Monas and received 33 months in prison. Monas' first trial ended in a hung jury in 1994. He was convicted at the second trial on 107 federal courts, mostly related to fraud, and sentenced to 17 years and 7 months in federal prison. Prosecutors estimated that the total loss to all investors exceeded $1 billion. The sentence was appealed and later reduced to 9 years. Yeah, Mickey Monas, he was... Yep. There is a Kmart on Willow Street, but no Sears. Yeah, I don't know what Adam was trying to mention. I know, yeah, Jeremy, that one is actually closed, and that Kmart's now closed, and from when I'm doing this live stream, so... Yeah, slow mode is on, so I did turn that on, so, yeah, I can see him spamming. Yeah, extreme. We all know the slow mode's on. There was a Sears in Lancaster, PA. Yeah, I know. That's kind of sad. Open 1999, closed 2000. Okay, extreme. You can stop spamming, please. Okay, I'm going to read this, and he's going to continue to spam. And again, moderators can spam, but non-mods, please do not spam. Several investors in Farmore filed a civil suit against the company's auditors, Coopers and Lybrand. A jury decided in 1996 the accountants committed common law and federal security law fraud by falsely representing they had performed GAAP audits when in fact they had failed to do so. Farmore emerged from bankruptcy protection in January of 1995 with 243 stores remaining, only to be hit hard once again by competition from other large retailers such as Wally World and Target, which began opening new stores with pharmacies. Farmore, unable to compete, was forced into bankruptcy for the second time in September of 2001. In about 6.5 years after it emerged from its prior 3-year-long bankruptcy, the company was delisted from the NASDAQ stock market on October 10, 2001. Farmore became weaker during its last years of business. The company tried to return to its power buying concept before it filed for bankruptcy, but to no avail. Without power buying, Farmore found itself directly competing with CVS and Walgreens and lost out because of other chains' convenient locations. Farmore's second bankruptcy was eventually to result in its total liquidation. There was a Sears in Ponce Star, New York. Hello mode is on. Let me correct your message. Jeremy, will you get the abandoned Ames in Hazleton Township, PA? Abandoned Former Hills. It's next to Michael's Crafts. Oh, We had a Farmore in New York. It's now always store. And funny thing is, it still says Farmore on the mailbox. Yeah, the reason that Farmore went out of business was because the CEO was embezzling money, and this is what Eddie Lampert's doing with Kmart and Sears as well. And then yeah, Monas and Finn were both fired for doing that. So you are the best. I'm sorry for treating you like crap. No, it's fine. I feel the same way. There was a Sears in Potsdam, New York, written by Blake's Retail Exploration. Okay, yeah. Adam, I will get there soon. Let me correct your message. Cool, it's cool. It's still abandoned, so you can get it. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna go back here. In July of 2002, a judge in Youngstown approved the sale of Farmores Incorporated $141 million in assets and inventory. Going out of business, sales began at the pharmacy chain's remaining 73 stores. Liquidation of Farmores inventory was handled by the Osler Group of Needham, Massachusetts, and Hilgar Mercan Resources of Northbrook, Illinois. Its Youngstown area assets were purchased by Giant Eagle in bankruptcy court. The case was featured in an episode of the PBS show Frontline, entitled How to Steal $500 Million. The stores in the Youngstown area eventually sold to Marks, another discount grocery drug store chain. Yep, and this is the man himself. And he's still around, too. I mean, was another abandoned Ames nearby, but it was attached to a mall. Jeremy, I've been to the abandoned Ames before I got inside, but you can't anymore. Yep, so, yeah, accused of Mickey Monas, accused of perpetrating an embezzlement scheme between one of the largest corporate frauds in U.S. history. Monas was fired from the company and faced criminal charges. Disillusion. In July of 1992, board members of Farmore allegated that financial books stored at the corporate headquarters showed that the company had inflated its profits by a huge margin, be considered one of the largest frauds in U.S. history. Court's document also indicated that Monas had embezzled about $10 million from the company, mainly to support his big league world basketball league, an extravagant lifestyle. Monas' business partner, David Shapar, contacted federal agents, notified investors, and fired Monas along with Farmers. Along with Farmers' chief financial officer, Patrick Finn. Unsecured claims against Monas tolerated this much money, while secure claims were calculated at this much. That is a number I'm not going to say. The subsequent collapse of the discount chain not only marked the end of Monas' tenure as a leading entrepreneur, it disillusioned residents of his hometown who were still coping with the loss of the community's steel manufacturing sectors. Monas and this other guy were forced to sell their stake in the Colorado Rockies. The scandal around Monas forced the last-minute search for a new owner. It was nearly sold to Tampa investors before being bought by Jerry Monas. Oh, wow, okay. We had a Farmore in New York, PA. It's now in Ollie's Spark and Outlet. Funny thing, it's still Farmore on the mailbox. There in Ames in Shackamore, PA. I'm going there this summer. And where I got inside the abandoned Ames in Hazelton Township, Pennsylvania, there was broken glass everywhere, like the abandoned one in Baltimore, Maryland, but it's chained off. And the windows all have wood on it, so you can't get inside. The abandoned Ames in the mall is now a Target. I really want to go to the one in Maryland. It's chained off and the windows all have wood on it, so you can't get inside. Extreme, can you not delete messages, please? Abandoned Ames in the mall is now a Target. Oh. I feel like you're just copying what people are saying. Monos was eventually convicted of having embezzled $10 million. He was convicted of 1 court of conspiracy, 2 courts of bank fraud, 5 counts, 2 counts of bank fraud, 5 counts of wire fraud. I can't talk tonight. He was convicted of 1 count of conspiracy, 2 counts of bank fraud, 5 counts of wire fraud, 2 counts of mail fraud, 2 counts of filing false income tax returns, tax evasion, 96 counts of interstate transportation of stolen property offense, criminal money, and 1 count of obstruction of justice. Monos was found guilty on the government's second attempt to try him. The first trial ended in a hang jury. He was later charged with jury tampering in the first trial, but he was acquitted. He was sentenced to 19 and a half years in federal prison and served 10 years. The sentence was reduced after Monos cooperated with federal authorities in a case against another Youngstown fraudster, Richard Goldberg. Now we're Ames, Hills, Farmore, Bradley, Lee's, Kmart, KB, Toys, Sears, Caldor, and my dad is from Boston, MA. All of his childhood retailers are defunct now. Okay. Yep, embezzlement, this is a crime right here. I already read this a few streams ago. I know David was live earlier too. Extreme, can you please stop deleting those messages? Did you guys ever see an abandoned awful house? I just filmed one yesterday. I just added you as a moderator, Jeremy, so since I've known you for a while. Again, please don't ask for a moderator unless the only time I would mod people is if I've known them for a while and if I know if I can trust them, so. Embezzlement defers Lasarni and freeways. First, an embezzlement actual conversion must occur. Second, the original must not be transitory. Okay, United States. Yep. Okay. I did make Jeremy moderator, but I don't know if he's still here right now. I gotta put my phone over here. My God, stop making grammatical mistakes. God, I got it. Also, and also donation, I'm correcting him second there, so. Yeah, my apologies for that, guys. My internet cut out for a second, so. Sorry about that, guys. It's my internet. My internet went kabushi for a second. And like I said, it does happen from time to time, so. At least it didn't end unexpectedly, so. At least my stream isn't buffering now. It was buffering just a few seconds ago, so. Because my internet went, cut out for a second, so. Okay, I was going to show you guys how to do it in YouTube Studio, but I might do that in the next stream, how to verify to make longer videos and do live streams. Yeah, everyone's left because I think it was my stream that was buffering because my internet went kabushi for a second there. So we reached 30 minutes into the stream now. So. Okay, I think everyone's left. At least I didn't have to end my live stream this early because... And like I said, if my stream buffers, it means that my internet kind of went kabushi, so... At least it didn't went out for like a minute. But it does happen from time to time, so... Okay, I'm just gonna look some other things up here, so... And open another Wikipedia page here. Let me look to see how many Sears are left here. Yeah, I heard it's gonna be down to 29. I don't know if that's actually proof. Okay, I think everyone's left, and like I said, I do apologize for that one buffer, though. It was just my internet cut out. And again, if my stream does buffer, it means that my internet went cut out. But that's okay, at least I'm still live. At least it didn't end unexpectedly. So, my apologies for that. I know it's annoying when it happens. So... Yeah, in 2016, the revenue went down, and our operating income went down. Just really dumb, actually. Due to the 1980s, Sears was the largest retailer in the United States. Walmart and Kmart surpassed Sears in sales in 1990. In 2018, Sears was the 31st largest retailer in the United States. After several years of declining sales, Sears' parent company filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy on October 15, 2018. Sears announced on January the 16th, 2019 that it won its bankruptcy auction and it would shrink and remain open in 425 stores, including 223 Sears stores. And we are now less than that because we're going to be down to less than 30 stores by April. Is my stream still buffering on your screen? I don't think it is. Remember, if my stream does buffer, it means that my internet's cutting out, so... And that's why my OBS disconnect. I don't know if you're still here, Extreme, but there's 2 people in my stream, so... There's also an abandoned Waffle House in Maryland, yeah. That was before my internet went out for a second. Yeah. Yeah, and expected to remain open after a wave of store closures announced in July of 2020. I think everyone's rejoining now because my stream was buffering moments ago. Sears will probably be done by the end of the year. Yeah, I think you're right. At least Sears Mexico is doing fine because, you know, they're not going anywhere anytime soon because, yeah, that's right, because someone else owns them too. That's why Sears Mexico still has the old logo from like 2004. I've seen a few videos on that one. I've seen one on the Sears in Oaxaca, Mexico. So, Mitchell Kelly, my stream was kind of buffering because I had a little bit of um, lag issues because my internet went out for a second. So we still have a Sears in Harrisburg, PA. Oh, Sears Mexico is okay. Yeah, Sears Mexico. I'm surprised Sears Mexico is still around. Yeah, like I said, they're not going anywhere anytime soon. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's right. That's why they still have that logo, because they're owned by somebody else. Else owns them. Non-closing too. Yeah. I know the Guam Kmart was doing well last year. It wouldn't surprise me if the Guam Kmart went out of business. Was going to be closing this year, some point this year. Cool. Okay. Yeah, on 26th of February 1947, the first Sears in Mexico was opened in Mexico City by Sears Roebuck and Co. to an excited public. First 3 days of operation, around 110 guests. I can't even say that right. 110,000 guests visited the store, spending around $600,000 on goods. In the first week of operation, the stores struggled to stock its shelves, requiring 3 airplanes to fly more goods from a Texas warehouse owned by the parent company. Its introduction to a Mexican economy is seen by some as helping to usher in a consumer evolution in Mexico, shifting the nation's focus from nationalism and redistribution of wealth to happiness and individual self-realization. There is only one Sears in Illinois not closing. Yeah, I know the one in what was it, Chicago Ridge, I think. Illinois, I think that one's closing. Yeah, that one's closing right now. In its first years of operation, the Mexico City store did around 16 million in business, almost twice as much as it was expected by its parent company. However, just a few months after opening, in order to prevent a drain on the nation's foreign currency reserves, Mexico barred some non-essential imports and raised tariffs on others. This impacted the Mexico City store tremendously, which was at the time importing around 90% of its merchandise. This forced the store to create alliances with Mexican manufacturers, offering financial and technical aid to suppliers to meet its burgeoning demand for goods. It also bought interest in factories that were producing its merchandise. By 1949, Sears Mexico had around 25,000 Mexican suppliers, furnishing some 80% of the goods in the Mexico City store. The second and third Sears was opened in 1949 in Monterrey and Guadalajara, and by 1953, Sears had 7 stores in Mexico and annual sales of more than 15 million and employed around 1,900 people. These employees received unheard of benefits from the company, including overtime, merit raises, cost of living allowances, paid vacations, retirement funds, access to company cafeterias, free medical treatment and medicines, and discounts on purchases. By 1956, there were 17 Sears stores in Mexico with sale volume at around 25 million. There were around 3,200 employees at that time, but all but 16 of which were Mexican citizens. Additionally, about 90% of the merchandise sold in its stores were made in Mexico. Okay, I'm just checking live chat really quick here. There's 2 people here now. On April 2nd, 1997, Sears formed a strategic alliance with Grupo Carso, owned by Mexican businessman Carlos Slim Hilu, through which Sears agreed to sell 85% of its share of Sears Mexico to Grupo Carso until 1997. As of 2007, Grupo Carso owned a 100% share of the company. Even though Sears unveiled a new lowercase logo in the United States in 2010, Sears Mexico changed its logo to a red variant of the 1994-2004 Sears uppercase blue logo in 2013. Despite the bankruptcy of its former parent company, the closing of many stores in the United States and Canada, the subsequent sale to ESL Investments, Sears Mexico still remains open for business due to different ownership. Yeah, there's 95 locations as of 2017. Used to be owned by the USA company. Okay, who's that second person? Who's that other person that's here? I think everyone else left the chat again. Okay, I'm gonna sit up again. I don't know if you're still here, Extreme. I don't know. I'm still here, but I have to leave soon. Okay. I plan on ending the stream at some point. I don't want to make this too short. I know, like I said, the viewer count does glitch sometimes, so... Like I said, I posted some videos earlier today, so... I'm trying to make this a 1-hour stream, so... That's why we had, why did you have to yell at me? Thing we had, why did you had to yell at me? I have no idea. I don't know if you're mentioning me, Extreme, or if somebody else in the stream chat. I think you were mentioning somebody else in the chat. I have no idea. Yeah, and the Aussie Kmart, so I think I showed this moments ago. I'll have to go back here. Yeah, that's right. They're owned by somebody else. Yeah, West Farmers, and I know these guys are not going anywhere anytime soon either. Yeah, Kmart Australia Limited is an Australian-based chain of affordable retail stores owned by the Kmart Group division of West Farmers. Company operates 234 stores across Australia and New Zealand, consisting of 209 stores in Australia and 25 stores in New Zealand, with its head office located in Mulgrave, Melbourne. Kmart Group department store division of West Farmers also owns and operates Target Australian online retailer catch.com.au. Kmart Australia Limited was born out of the joint between J.G. Coles and Co. Limited and SS Kregsky Company United States, with Kregsky owning 51% of the common stock in the company. They began to develop Kmart stores in Australia in 1968. The first store opened in Burwood, East Victoria on 30th of April 1969, with an estimated 40,000 people passing through the checkouts and taking in over $97,000, equivalent to this in 2021. On the first day, the store was opened by Mrs. H.B. Cunningham, wife of the president and chairman of SS Kregsky Company. The doors had been closed 45 minutes after opening as a safety measure. The site was renovated in 2010 to be a shopping mall known as Burwood 1. In 1978, Kregsky exchanged a 51% stake in Kmart Australia for a 20% stake in Coles. 1994, Coles bought back all the shares held by Kregsky. Kmart expanded to New Zealand in 1988 with the store in Henderson, Auckland. A long-term licensing agreement between Sears allowed Wesfarmers to use the Kmart name in Australia and New Zealand. In August of 2017, Wesfarmers purchased the Kmart brand name for use in Australia and New Zealand for $100 million outright, ending the licensing agreement. In 2006, Kohl's Group announced plans for Kmart, along with Bilo and the Kohl's Group liquid brands, be merged into the Kohl's brand. The first rebranded store was planned to open in 2007, 40 stores, mostly former Super K stores, divided last decade into separate Kohl's and Kmart stores, reformed into Kohl's Superstores. By March of 2007, the plans for 3 super centers were deferred pending the sale of all or part of Kohl's Group. And in August of 2007, incoming owners Wesfarmers said super centers would almost certainly not proceed. Noob. Okay. Okay, but at least I read those. I know there's a lot of newbie people in my streams, so Kmart's performance immediately prior to the Wesfarmers takeover was poor. In May of 2007, it reported a sales drop of 3.2% for the third quarter, and an overall drop in sales of 3.9% for the first 3 quarters. In August of 2007, Wesfarmers said it would consider selling all or part of Kmart and converting some stores to the Target brand. Wesfarmers took control of Kohl's Group in November of 2007, and by March of 2008 had decided to retain Kmart and invest $300 million in the chain over the next 5 years. After continued poor performance in 2009, the 2010 financial year saw a large increase in EBIT, reporting revenue of Australian dollars, 4.02 billion, equivalent to Australian dollars if I'm not mistaken, 4.7 billion in 2021, and an EBIT of Australian dollars 100. My apologies for the buffer there, guys. I don't know what happened. Okay. As of August 2015, Kmart had 214 stores trading across Australia, 52 in New South Wales and in Australian Capital Territory, 47 in Victoria, 41 in Queensland, 23 in Western Australia, 15 in South Australia, 5 in Tasmania, and 2 in the Northern Territory. There are 20 stores located in New Zealand. August 2018, Continental AG acquired Kmart Terrain Auto Service for $350 million. So, my apologies for that buffer again. I know my OBS for some stupid reason disconnects from my computer, or my stream. So at least the stream did not end. But I will tell you guys that if this does happen, please know that that's something I cannot control over. But it does happen sometimes. I've seen it happen in a lot of streams. So. Yep, current store format. Kmart is a chain of discount department stores that include merchandise such as home, entertainment goods, photographic equipment, and developing, camping and fishing goods, sporting goods, toys, kitchenware, small appliances, storage and home, organization, confectionery, stationery, books, cards, and party goods, furniture, garden supplies, automotive equipment, lighting, hardware, luggage, cosmetics, clothing, and footwear. Most Kmart's have photo centers, which also allow Hewlett-Packard Snapfish customers to collect online orders. Photo centers have operated in conjunction with Hewlett-Packard since 2009. Or HP, after Kmart ended a 30-year partnership with Kodak Australia. In 2013, Kmart began a rollout of new store layouts. Garden plants sections were removed, and back of stores areas were cut back. There was an expansion of floor space to stock an increase of the height of displays. The stores were given a more department store feel with the front of shop checkouts placed with an area for non-self serve customers to pay at the center of the store. Exceptions to this rule include the Salvinian and Bankstown stores in Sydney, both of which retained checkouts at the front in their older store design. Early 2014, Kmart began a company-wide switch from their Hewlett-Packard powered mini-lab system back to the Kodak-powered mini-lab system, with the latest stores to make being Towang, Mount, Omnimary, and Interopolis in November and December 2014. In 2018, all Kmart stores ceased trading of DVDs, CDs, video games, televisions, video game consoles, DVD players, and CD players. Yeah, I do apologize. I don't know if you guys had that buffer problem, but my OBS kind of disconnected from my live stream, so... And it wasn't my internet. I think OBS had some sort of problem with my connection to the stream, so... I think Kmart had a division called K-Dollar, but it didn't last long. Yeah, K-Dollar, I don't know if that... I think that started, like... I think it was around 2012 or 2004 or 2012, somewhere in that area. Marty. Yeah, and again, like I said, I apologize for the buffers. I know that does happen from time to time, so... Just have to check here. Mary. Yeah. Kmart 24-hour stores are similar to Kmart department stores, apart from being open for 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, essentially never closing apart from some public holidays or events. These stores are located at Berwick, Campbellfield, Belmont, Narra, Warren, and Werribee in Victoria, Sylvania, Prince, Fig Tree, Kajala, Warta, Blacktown, and Mount Druitt in New South Wales, Newtown, and Lancashire, and Tasmania, Eden in Western Australia, and Belconnen in Australian Capital Territory. These stores are not visually different apart from a 24 hours logo in red appearing next to the Kmart logo. Anko is Kmart Australia's international brand with arrangement to sell their products in other department stores in countries such as Thailand and Indonesia. 2018, Anko launched pop-up stores in Washington, USA. K-Hub is the brand being used for smaller rural locations, placing target country stores. Former store formats. Kmart Tyree and Auto Service was a chain of auto centers that specialized in automotive accessories, car servicing, tires, checkups, and motor vehicle insurance. Historically, these stores are usually but not always attached to Kmart store. In early 2006, a number of vehicle service facility at Kohl's Express service stations became Kmart Tyree and Auto Service outlets, which was formerly Shelled Auto Service and Auto Care Network. As of August 2015, there were 246 Kmart Tyree and Auto Service outlets throughout Australia. In August 2018, West Farmers announced that it had entered an agreement to sell Kmart Tyree and Auto Service for $300 million to Continental AG. These stores have since been rebranded under name My Car, former Kohl's Meyer era brand, and no longer affiliated with the Kmart brand. Kmart Garden Supercenters specialize in gardens, plants, and garden furniture. Most of these stores were standalone big box stores in a warehouse format that sold Kmart manufactured or branded outdoor living items. From 1999 to 2007, there were 6 such centers: 4 in Victoria, Chadstone, Fountain Gate, Campbell, Belfield, and Water Gardens, plus Windsor, Queensland, and Cushwa, New South Wales. Kmart closed all the centers in 2007 with the sole exception of the Camp Belfield store, the only store integrated with the existing Kmart store, which was downsized, instead claiming the concept didn't fit its future business strategy. As of September 2011, the store was also shut down. Super Kmart was a hypermarket concept launched in the 1983 financial year with 4 stores, 2 in New South Wales and one each in West Australia and Victoria. This concept consisted of approximately 9,000 square meters, comprising a Kmart discount department store, supermarket within one retail space. Super Kmart was expanded to 34 locations by the 1989 financial year when the concept was discontinued. The stores split into separate Kmart discount department stores and Kohl's New World supermarkets. The stores have been operating under the independent division, and the costs of duplicating administration functions as well as lower sales results compared to separate Kmart and Kohl's New World supermarket leads to the continuation of the concept. Store locations as of May 1980 included New South Wales, Albury, Ballina, Batu Bay, Campbelltown, Casual, Forest New South, Kamtuba, Katari, Maitland, Macaville, Mount Druitt, Pagewood, Perrin, Woolboy, VIC, Cranbourne, Hoppers Crossing, Northland, Rosebud, Shepperton, Plusgun, Westgartilla, and Watnambool, QLD, Kilbulcher, Chermside, Alorna, Gladstone, Mount Graven, Sunnybank Hills, WA, Western Australia, Congolia, Karada, Mandurah, and Mirabuka, South Australia, Port Adelia, ACT, Surganar. So, Holly's restaurant. During the 1980s and 1990s, every Kmart store had a Holly's in-store restaurant. Starting from the late 1980s, they were progressively shut down across the country, with the last Holly's at a Kmart Horsham closing down on the 25th of June 2010. Girl Express was planned as a clothing store chain for young urban women. A concept store was trialed at Burwood East, Victoria from 2006. However, it was later discontinued. Girl Express had been retained, however, as a Kmart house brand. Kmart Clearance Center was a briefly trailed clearance center concept at Ringwood from November 2006 until June 2007. Kmart Food, where supermarkets essentially opened adjacent to Kmart's discount department stores by June of 1975. There were 25 Kmart Food supermarkets located at NSW, Blacktown, Fairfield West, Maryland's, Waratah, Warrawog, VIC, Belmont, Box Hill, Verona, Burwood, and Camp Billfield, KLD, Cannon Hill, Chermside, and Sunnybank, WA, Belmont, Morley, and Warwick, SA, Furley, Ingle Farm, Karada Park, and West Lakes, TAS, Newtowns. The supermarkets were rebranded as Kohl's New World Supermarkets during the 1976 financial year. Kohlmart was a joint Kohl's New World supermarket and a variety store located in Waiala, South Australia in the 1980s. Kmart Wishing Tree Appeal. Since 1988, Kmart and the Salvation Army have collected over 5 million gifts from customers, which are then distributed to those in need. The concept for the Kmart Wishing Tree Appeal first came when Eve Mitchell, a team member from the Kmart store in Noarlunga, suggested Kmart use its network of stores as a gift collection point, assisting charity groups. At Christmas, over 464,000 gifts were donated to the 2010 appeal. Exantic Day. In February 2010, Kmart requested permission from the NSW state government to open their stores on Anzac Day, Day of Remembrance, prior to the traditional 1 p.m. time, claiming their customers would be inconvenienced by the closure. The request was heavily criticized by politicians, ex-diggers, and customers. Kmart's managing director Guy Russo withdrew the request in early March, saying, "I got this one wrong, and on behalf of Kmart, I apologize." Influencer marketing. A report from the online New Zealand magazine, The Spin-Off, revealed that 2 prominent online influencers were paid by the PR company working for Kmart when they appeared in a One News segment when they appeared to excel the brand. So, yeah, that's it though. Yep, Target Australia. It's a mid-price department store chain owned by the Kmart Group Division Australian Retail Conglomerate West Farmers. You guys want me? Okay, I think everyone left. You guys want me to keep going, or should I end the stream now? Because I know, like I said earlier, I apologize for the buffers earlier. It was because OBS was disconnected. The second reason was because the second time it did that, it was because it disconnected from my stream, so that's why it made my stream buffer, so I do apologize for that. And another reason, the first time it was because of my internet, so that's what pretty much happened, so. Okay. Should I keep going, or should I stop? I don't know if Extreme's still here because he's quiet in the chat though, so. Hi. Hi Extreme, welcome back. So, I had another lag issue where my OBS studio disconnected from my stream, so. And I think that was because the internet kind of went kabushi again, so. I think we're on BRB for a second too. So we reached the 1 hour mark, but like I said, my stream did buffer 2 times tonight, so. And it does happen from time to time. I'm pretty sure I'm not the only person that experienced buffer issues. It's mainly because of, usually it would be more likely because of internet. So in this case, in this stream, it was because my internet. The first time was because the internet went out, and the second time was when my OBS disconnected from my stream. So the stream is kind of dead. Yeah, everyone left, by the way. So. Yep, so I'm going to read the Target Australia here. It's a mid-range, mid-price department store chain owned by the Kmart Group Division, Australian retail, Colrate Wesfarmers. It is Australia's largest department store chain by store number, operating 275 stores throughout the country. Products it sells including branded clothes, cosmetic, housewares, electronics, fitness, and consumer electronics. Company's national support office is located in Williams Landing, Melbourne. Despite the similar logo, name, and type of outlets, Target Australia carries no relation to the American discount retailer Target Corporation. A disclaimer on the footers of Target Australia's website states that the Australian retailer has, this is a huge disclaimer, has no affiliation with the Target Corporation US. In 1926, George Lindsay and Alex Mackenzie opened their first store in Geelong selling dress fabrics, bedding, and furnishing. Lindsay had begun his retail empire 5 years earlier, running a store in Uling, Victoria, but moved to Geelong to increase the opportunity for growth. The company progressively established stores throughout Victoria, running with a policy of selling good quality goods at half the normal rate of profit. In 1968, Meyer Emporium purchased the chain of 16 stores and renamed the company Lindsay's Target, moving into the South Australian market with the first discount department store position and format Target store opening in Newton, South Australia in October 1970 with the aim to expand the business. The new discount department store quickly established itself throughout Australia and within 3 years had stores in Victoria, South Australia, Queensland, and New South Wales. In March of 1973, Lindsay's was dropped from the company name when the business was renamed Target Australia Pty Ltd, and the mainly Victorian-based Lindsay's stores with the positioning of sell for less were rolled into the Target discount department store group, now carrying over its leading position of quality soft goods. to the relatively new, totally different, larger discount department store format while maintaining its base in Geelong. By 1982, Myer was operating 27 stores under the Target brand, but sold 22 of these, with 14 going to GJ Coles and Coy Ltd. Coles-Myers era. In August of 1985, Myer Emporium Ltd. and JG Coles and Coy Ltd. merged to become Coles-Myer Limited. In 1996, Coles-Myer merged the Target and Foster's brand, and the first specialty store, Baby Target, was established. Then in 1998, their second specialty store, Target Home, opened. Foster's stores were later renamed Target Country, becoming the third specialty store under the Target name. In 2001, Target announced its first ever loss in the sum of $43 million. New senior management was soon put in place, with Target repositioning itself from a store directly competing with Coles-Myer's stablemate Kmart Woolworths Limited Big W to a more stylish, upmarketed, but still value for money alternative to specialty stores. Store fittings and layouts were altered to reflect the changes in whole department stores, such as the self-serving furniture and home decor paint were removed from all stores. In 2006, Target appointed Lana Aman as managing director, named Tesla Businesswoman of the Year in 2003. As a result of her achievements as an appeal retail buyer of the company, her position saw Target's $32 million loss at the end of 2000 turned into a $68 million profit 18 months later. I gotta go see it later. Well, I'm gonna end the stream here anyway, so thank you guys so much for watching the stream, and I will see you guys in the next stream. So thanks guys for watching, and I'll see you guys